It is Wednesday, September the 19th. My name's Gareth Evans. This is Pretty Good Gaming. Today we have a whirlwind of news, a whole typhoon, a storm, you might say, a storm of news. Storm? First up, you'll be surprised to hear that I'm not talking about microtransactions, not even loot boxes, none of that shit. Let's talk about a game. Let's talk about a game that's coming up. Let's talk about something good and nice that doesn't involve Trump's penis. Well, for now, because that story's later on. Not that Trump's penis is nice. What am I even talking about? The lid has just been blown right off the newest single-player game set in the world of The Witcher. Thronebreaker: The Witcher Tales is the newest game developed by CD Projekt Red. It's set to release in a little over a month's time on October the 23rd. Now, I understand that many of you will have some really important questions about the game. Like, isn't it just a single-player card game? Will Geralt be in the game? And will there be any boobs? Well, just hold your horses, I'm getting there. First things first, it is kind of like Gwent, but not exactly. The game was originally announced as the single-player component for Gwent, but later became its own standalone game. It's described as a narrative-driven single-player role-playing game set in the Witcher world, where players' choices will determine the outcome of the tale. So your choices will result in branching, varied stories, which will add replayability. The story is written by the same team who brought us The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, so we can probably expect our fair share of unusual and interesting characters. You play the role of a character named Meve, whose story takes place sometime prior to the story of Geralt of Rivia. The game will feature a large overworld map to roam around within, where players can build their armies at their leader's camp, which is a base where they can invest resources to construct facilities and train units. Combat is card-based, much like Gwent, although the mechanics will receive an overhaul at launch, with battles taking place on a battlefield consisting of 4 rows as opposed to 6. We know the campaign will last around 20 hours, and we can probably expect a load more info on the game to be unveiled the closer we get to launch. No word yet on whether or not there will be boobs. So whether you're ready for it or not, this is another game in the Witcher franchise, and it's coming pretty damn soon. It is a single player game, unlike Gwent. Gwent has been in early access for like 2 years now, and that is releasing on the same day as Thronebreaker. But Thronebreaker is a single player experience. There's no multiplayer aspect to it, which really appeals to me. I want to play on my terms. I want to play a single player game, damn it. Not all the time. If I get a chance to shoot people in the face, then obviously I want to do that. Multiplayer, it is definitely a game that I am willing to try out and take a look at. An RPG game, yes. Building up your armies, going to war, yes. Set in the Witcher world, written by the Witcher people, yes. And I have dabbled with Gwent in the past, enjoyed it for the most part. The fact that they're using that as the battle mechanic in this Thronebreaker game, I think that, I'll give it a go. And I'm pretty interested in how Meve's story will pan out playing in this world. The fact that it's got replayability and consequences to your actions is a plus for me. So there's a lot of good things going for this game. Do let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments. Are you interested? Will you take a look because it's CD Projekt? Are you not interested in the card game whatsoever, so you're going to completely skip it? Or are you completely on board and you're going to buy it day one, no matter what, because CD Projekt Red are the best company out there? I mean, let's be honest. Let me know down below. Now let's move on and do some news nuggets. Now today is a little bit different because these nuggets are like the meatiest nuggets that you've ever tasted, like the big meaty nuggets. Yesterday, Sony announced the PlayStation Classic. The PlayStation Classic is a mini version of the much-loved console. It's 45% smaller than the original, comes with 20 preloaded games, which include genre-defining titles such as Final Fantasy VII, Wild Arms, and Tekken 3. We'll be seeing the console just before Christmas on December the 3rd, which is the date the original was released back in 1994, which is nice. It'll run you $100 or £89.99. The studio leading the development of Capcom's Dead Rising series has been shut down. The closure will cost 158 people their jobs, as Capcom Vancouver was the company's largest Western studio. This follows a layoff of almost 30% of staff back in February. The future of the Dead Rising series is uncertain. It may return to Japan, where the first game in the series was developed. Sega has delayed the release of the Mega Drive Mini to 2019. It was delayed to give Sega enough time to have a simultaneous worldwide release in Europe, as well as North America for a Genesis Mini. Fortnite's Nintendo Switch bundle is apparently underwhelming. Fan reactions haven't exactly been hot, with fans criticising the fact that the dock and the Joy-Cons don't even come with any branding. Although you do actually get a copy of the game, so that's nice. Reddit user McManybucks shared an image of Marvel's Iron Man in New York with a mock-up of how the HUD may look like if the superhero was to be given his own game. With sites like comicbook.com and Geeks on Coffee and even Lad Bible picking up the image, it seems like a Marvel Iron Man game might be a pretty good idea. Next up, we had news that Google shut down YouTube Gaming. Following a leak ahead of the release of the latest entry in the weapon-based fighter Soul Calibur 6, it has officially been announced that the fan favourite fencer Raphael will be returning. Soul Calibur 6 will release on October the 19th on PS4, Xbox One and PC. In other fighting news, Bandai Namco's anime brawler Jump Force will feature Goku in his Super-Saiyan God Super Saiyan form. A new image published to their official Twitter page yesterday reveals the blue-haired form alongside Naruto and Monkey D. Luffy from Naruto and One Piece respectively. This follows last week's announcement that we reported on of Yukimoto from Yu-Gi-Oh! Being revealed. And that is it for your news nuggets today. If you want to go check out anything that I've just mentioned, there's links to everything down in the description of this video. I've got a puzzle for you. How do crazy people walk through forests? They take the psychopath. Thank you to Not That Rob Lowe from the PGG Discord Dad Jokes channel for that joke. Thank you very much, sir. And next up, in news that shouldn't actually be news, adult actress Stormy Daniels dropped a blue shell in her memoirs Full Disclosure, as revealed by The Guardian yesterday. Daniels is well known as a close friend of President Trump and has written about the good times that they've shared together. While chatting about their relationship, she used a comparison that caused a bit of an uproar, let's say, on Twitter. When describing Trump's little friend, the actress described it as unusual and that it had a huge mushroom head like a toadstool, like the mushroom character in Mario Kart. And in other news, the Nintendo Switch firmware 6.0.0 is live, including the Save Data Cloud backup, a change of the USB keyboard layout, and there's 6 new Toad user icons available, so that's good timing. This story caught a lot of people off guard yesterday who were innocently wondering why Toad was trending on Twitter. Probably not an easy one to explain to the kids, that one. I feel sorry for Toad, right? Toad is never going to live this down. This is sad. This is really sad news for Toad. He's forever going to be associated with President Trump's schlong thing. How can I even describe it without getting flagged as inappropriate on YouTube? Wow, it is blowy. Stormy out there, get it? Stormy Daniels knocking down my windows. She's not getting around on my Toad, that's for sure. Gives a whole new meaning to the word toad in the hole, doesn't it? Next up, Rainbow Six Siege's latest update is cracking down on team killing. Punishments that players were already receiving in ranked play have now also been added to casual mode. Before its newest update, team killing twice would kick the player back to the main menu, and in ranked would also give you the usual abandon penalty. Now, however, any player that team kills is locked out of all matchmaking for 30 solid minutes. Ubisoft have been aware of problems with team killing since April 2018 and announced that they would be working on a system to prevent abuse of the friendly fire system. Next up, EGX is the UK's biggest gaming event and is back for another year of teasers, announcements and first looks at upcoming games. The event begins tomorrow, that's Thursday the 20th September, and will run until Sunday the 24th. Held in the NEC Birmingham, EGX offers attendees the chance to play new games, opportunity to cosplay, play retro games, get career advice and meet their favourite content creators. I wonder who I'm talking about. Among the multitude of announcements, one of the ones that we have our eye on is from PC simulation games publisher Excalibur, who are describing their new release as Animal Crossing meets Papers, Please. The reason I've included this segment is because I am going to EGX tomorrow, which kind of will explain why there won't be a regular news video tomorrow. Or Friday, in fact, because I'm there until Saturday. Personally, I'm excited to get my hands on demos of Assassin's Creed Odyssey because I know that'll probably be there. Might and Blade 2 Warband, that was at Gamescom recently, so hopefully they've got a demo there. And Days Gone is another one that I want to get my hands on just to see how that one plays. And for any of you guys who are attending the event and want to get together for a coffee at some point, you should head over to Twitter and follow me at Pretty Bad Tweets or at Pretty Good Gaz. Either of those is cool. And if there's any indie developers out there showing at EGX, let me know. I'll come and check your game out. Always looking to get my hands on games without microtransactions and loot boxes and all that shady shit. So that's it for your daily dose of gaming news. I'll be back with the news show on Monday. Not sure if there'll be a video in between. Maybe there will. Watch this space. But if you want to get notified when the next video gets released, click the bell on this video and I will see you when that may be. Bye for now.